then you're still appealing to men, aren't you?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't really want to.
Yeah, I know. You'll just concede just to concede.
I mean, fundamentally, I don't think this is very interesting.
It's kind of funny, right?
I mean, there's a reason this isn't taught in philosophy
classes. It's like a man's verbally
but...
assaulting you, just rolling over and taking it because you got.
I'm not taking it. I'm
you
here.
Just roll it over
I would actually prefer to leave.
You just went dead fish on me, right? Like a bear's attacking. You went dead fish because you just can't refute the arguments.
It's not about that. It's just about not being disrespected. If I feel like I'm being disrespected, I'm not
disrespecting you by asking you questions about your worldview.
No. You're just being how do I say, very demanding and overbearing because it's actually.
I know. I'm like,
I mean, I listed
debate,
a lot of
I need you to answer my questions
that I would rather talk about, and we've been talking about your topic for 45 minutes, and I've barely even had an opportunity to steer with this conversation.
True, you're right, Johnny. She already said that she needs more people, more men to come to her side, and Sims are still men, though. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Those same men that would protect her ideology, females would not even be attracted to those men. Isn't that funny, man? Because they want to use them. They want to use them. That's what it is. They want to use them.
A bunch of topics that you brought. I brought one. Why can't we talk about mine too?
We are.
Oh, great. Then what's your complaint?
You're hiding a little behind the mic. Can you try to?
You don't know now what your complaint is? Did that argument not work very well? You brought 10 topics. I brought one. You don't want to talk about my one topic, but we should talk about your 10? Fantastic. Fine. We can move on, but unbelievable.
We will do a couple chats here, and then we'll get into our next topic then.
Right, bring in the chats. I'm going to go have a smoke.
All righty. Sounds
Maybe
good.
we should just... Can you pause it, or should I stay here while he goes out? Can I take a break after him?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
We
cool.
can do that.
That's fine.
Okay, so we have Xerxes here, or actually...
Xerxes donated
maybe we should wait for Andrew on
$100.
these.
Hi Kylie, are you a communist or anti-capitalist? Can women be sexist towards men? Can minorities be racist towards white people? Is misogyny worse than misandry?
That is a great question. Yeah. Sorry, can I answer it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or, you know what? Why don't we do this? Just because maybe Andrew will want to weigh in.
Yeah,
on
he'll
your
probably
answer.
have things to say.
We'll wait.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see.
Getting around host. Yeah. Andrew also, he pointed that out as well. Yeah, and at that point, her worldview is slowly going down. You guys are crazy, man.
These, here, I'll let this one come through because this one's kind of just general.
Red Fox donated $100.
Thank you, Red
Appeals to
Fox.
humanism, naturalism, theism, and relativism. What a mess. Your worldview is incoherent and destructive.
Yeah.
Your pretentious presentation is a turn-off. Bring on Mrs. Wilson. Not one step back.
Yeah.
Anything you want to
we have to, guys. If we cannot be sympathetic in these. Their ideology is so dangerous that you have kids, you have school teaching things that they should not be teaching because of this, man. And if you guys read some of the diaries of the founding father of the feminist movement, you will be surprised. They sound like a crazy woke lady or a fourth wave feminist. God, this is not an accident. This was well established by the late 19th century all the way to the 20th century. And the boomers ate it up. The boomers ate it up, man. And this is what we have here. The boomers ate it up. And here we are. Like, this is crazy. The reason is that we're not going to see ever a Ronald Reagan kind of situation where you see majority of the state voting red or whatever. It's because females have entered the chat to vote. That's what it is.
No, I just wasn't prepared on this subject, and it's an interesting topic. So I will learn more. I mean, I'm always open to learning more, so I will go do my research.
Got Jason Cassell. Thank you, Jason.
Jason Castle donated $100.
Thank you, man.
People sleep peaceably in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. This quote sums up reality, but you refuse to concede because you don't
100%.
like men. Dumb.
Yeah, I really, I do believe that men are important figures in our society, and I admire a lot of the bravery of men. So if you want to call me stupid, whatever you want to call me, that's totally fine. But I never said that I hate men. I do believe that men are important, and I like men. I'm close to my dad. I have a partner who is a man right now, so Yeah.
No, she have,
All right.
She has a partner. Oh, yeah. Wow. Good way to elevate him. Good and an amazing way to elevate him.
And if you guys want to get your own message in, you can do so. Streamlabs.com/whatever. We're doing $100 TTS. We have Jordan Flores here. Hey, thank you, Jordan. Appreciate it.
Jordan Flores donated $100.
Thank you.
Can someone tell her that the restaurant kids menu crossword puzzle isn't an IQ test? Also, ironically enough, when she mentions quitting every 15 minutes, it proves Andrew's point.
There we go.
Yeah, Jordan, I'm not like mentioning quitting. I'm genuinely trying to leave here because I do not enjoy this environment. It's very hostile. And I know that the restaurant menu is not an IQ test. That's kind of a funny joke though, but thank you.
We have some super chats here. Honest question.
Super passive aggressive, guys. Super passive aggressive.
Feminism in any way about equality when every single policy and law it advocates for is literally a move away from equality. Even Charles Fourier, who coined the term feminism, was a...
Yeah, not a huge fan of Reagan, guys. There's a couple things he did very good, but the no fault divorce was brought thanks to him, and also the migration situation was brought to him as well. So
staunch misandrist.
He was okay with the government spending, but
maybe a little typo
outside
there.
of that,
do you want to answer Manny's question here?
Yeah. So I mean, again, that's an absolute. Not every policy.
Yep, Johnny, you're right. Don't forget, she's a woman and has still to face all women that she preaches this crap to. Yeah, she earned her living teaching feminism. Yeah, and how to debate toxic men. That's crazy. This is a big fail to her. Yeah, because even Andrew is not even toxic, bro. He's not even that toxic, man. He's not Myron Gaines level or Kevin Samuels level. He's not. He's just a regular dude that knows how to debate. That's it. Not putting him down because he's a smart dude. Don't get me wrong. He's a smart dude. But level of disrespect, it's not even close, man. Not even close.
It is about a move away from equality. Feminism has never been about female supremacy. It has been about the importance of creating equality between the sexes and creating protections from, for women in various areas, economic, political, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that answers your question, but.
All right. We have Andrew back here. Manny, thank you for that soup chat. We have 2 from Lucas here and 2 more. It looks like some on Streamlabs. Lucas, thank you, man. Honey, you don't want to go toe-to-toe on credentials and alphabet soup with me. I assure you. The alphabet soup is far more expansive than the law degree that Brian and Andrew might possibly be aware of. That, notwithstanding, as logician, rhetorician, and debater Andrew continued, is superior to me by order of magnitude. Rest assured, that piece of paper signifying your four full-fledged years of imbecilic indoctrination is meaningless.
Damn, man,
but hey, how many genders are there? Would love to hear your take on that. Do you want to respond to him on that, or Lucas on that?
Bathroom break. If you have anything to say, because remember I was gonna.
Yeah, do you want to do a quick response to Lucas?
Yes.
And then feel free to take a break.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Interesting question.
Yep.
I think that for me, I believe that sex is biological, so it's what's assigned at birth. So it's like male, female, and then gender. I think is really like open to interpretation, but like definitely, man, woman, trans man, trans woman, non-binary are the
Andrew's a chill dude, man. He just meets you with the same energy that you give him. That's it.
Ones that I really like, see pretty often, but there's room.
Never.
I just think it's very individual. So, but yeah, good question.
Okay, yeah, feel free to take your break. We'll read a couple chats here. All right, we've got one sec, guys.
Look
we
out.
have one sec. Where is it?
Each other.
This one's for you, Andrew. Chat for you. From USMC.
User donated $100. Andrew, if you had some cleavage, maybe you could garner some soft feelings too. Also, M's dipstick is touching the right side of her nose when she wants to be fed an answer.
That is crazy. No way. That's some conspiracy theory. I don't know, man. Really?
USMC, thank you for your
give me a good answer.
Well, the thing is like, it's not like you can't look up 1,000 different debates that I've done easily, right? And know that you're coming into a debate with somebody who definitely is going to press your worldview. I haven't even been mean. Like, it's just like, how is it that these women are such girl bosses, but at the same time, they're so fragile, they just break, you know? It's like you barely even touch the surface, they just break.
Because they're not equal. They're not equal.
It's ridiculous.
They're not equal.
You know what? One sec. I want to put it on. I need to put it on intro for just a sec, guys. No, it's okay. I'll do it.
Oh. I think she came back.
Xerxes donated $100. Hi Kylie, are you a communist or anti-capitalist?
You have to answer this.
Can women be sexist towards men? Can minorities be racist towards white people? Is misogyny worse than misandry?
Okay, so there's like 4 there. Why don't we start with the first one? How do you how do you categorize yourself, I guess?
I'm reluctant to use any like label in terms of this, but I think that there are like definitely cons to capitalism, but there are a lot of pros, like like ingenuity and like invention and creativity. So but I think that there's always room for improvement in a system. But no, I would never describe myself as like a communist or anything like that.
Okay, and then there was the can women be sexist towards men?
Yeah, good question. I think that women can definitely like have like not like men and have like a lot of like maybe prejudice towards men, but I think like just the term sexism generally refers to like a systemic issue.
It's the same. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say that. It's the same argument towards Caucasians. The same one.
So like, how for decades and decades, like women couldn't, work in certain fields, or they couldn't get a job. Women couldn't open a bank account until 1974. That's like sexism because it's a systemic issue. So that's the way that I think of it. Obviously, I'm sure he has different opinions on that. But yeah.
But you're not here to elevate women over men, even though.
No, I would like for women to like be equal.
But they can't be sexist though. Only men, because it's systemic.
There was one more, right?
Yes, but it seems like Andrew maybe wants to engage you on that. But here, we'll go. How about we'll go through?
Because I feel like we might go for a while on that one.
Yeah, so we'll get back to it. But can minorities, so I guess like Black, Latino, whatever, can minorities be racist towards white people?
There's definitely a level of like maybe strong dislike or like maybe like prejudice towards white people, but I would say the same thing about like serious like racism is like systemic. Like there were laws to uphold it, like Jim Crow laws and a bunch of other laws to uphold even like the institution of slavery, which is really for like hundreds of years. And so because of that, the racism that is embedded into like our laws, whether on purpose or not on purpose, in the United States is systemic, and so that makes racism primarily that way.
It's not believing what she's saying, guys.
So I don't think
more of that
minorities can be racist to white people. I think it's prejudice, though. I think the terms are different. It's like you know what I mean. Like the hatred or the fear exists about certain groups, but the term is the way I explained it.
Okay, and then the final one was just: is misogyny worse than misandry?
Yeah, I would say so. And the reason why is because misogyny is built into laws and policies as well, versus misandry is just like a lot of the time is rooted in genuine fear. It doesn't make it, okay, but I think like it's better to, see people as they are. But I think misogyny is, again, more of like a deeply systemic issue, and a lot of violence, gender-based violence, is rooted in misogyny, which cannot necessarily be said for the other way around. Obviously, there's always exceptions to everything.
Got it. And then so, Andrew, there was can women be sexist towards men? Can minorities be racist towards white people?
So I categorically reject these definitions. These are what are called institutional definitions.
Yep.
What they are is they're definitions in order to reinforce a worldview rather than actually give descriptions for what is reality. So if we're talking about race, for instance, right, and racism, if you're talking about...
Look at that, look what she's doing. Look at what she's doing, guys. She said what she had to say. Andrew's about to say something, and look at what she's doing. Again, it's just playing this game of virtual signaling and negative body language.
So if we're talking about race, for instance, right, and racism, if you're talking about more perceived racial groups, why couldn't minorities be racist towards the majority? Well, what academics do is they play this pretentious game where they're like, well, you have to have institutional power.
She's leaving, guys.
Well, that's also...
Hold on. Can you just... I hate to interrupt you, Andrew. Can you just Can
Yes.
you repeat what you just said to me privately there?
Yes, I will be needing to leave at 6 p.m. So for anyone who is leaving, or who is watching and not 6:30, because I have a lot of reasons, and one is that I have to drive 2 hours tonight in the dark. So I would like to leave at 6 p.m. and I'm making that known, and I hope that our agreement can be fulfilled.
But can you specify? I mean, you agreed to do
6:30.
6:30. That was the agreed upon.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what she says?
Again, asking me to continue to
that we agree upon, and it was 6:30. It's just so disingenuous, man. This is so bad, Faith. Even this in situation, she's trying to manipulate the situation itself, man. When she knows very well it's not in her favor. It's so manipulative.
explain myself is a little bit tiring, but I